welcome back to LivMas. Today is day 8 and for today's video I am going to take you along my makeup routine. Got my Vanity Planet hair tie thing up. Just washed my face, so we're ready to start. I used the Kate Somerville Exfoliate that I talked about in my 2020 favorites video to wash my face before. Obviously it's an exfoliant, so it's not something you use every day, but I like to use it when I'm going to do full-on glam because it really just gets rid of all those dead skin cells, so there's just a clean face to start with. Alright, so without further ado, let's get into it. The first thing I need to do is moisturize, so I'm going to use the same things that I talked about in my skincare video to moisturize. That is the Caudalie Vino Pure Serum and the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream. Obviously start with your serum. I like to moisturize right before I put on my foundation just to get as dewy of a look as I can, and it also helps me blend in my foundation faster and also using less to cover more of my face. But before we do that, I have 2 more products I put on. One I've talked about before, and that is the Photo Finish Pore Minimizing Primer. And then another one that I use just to add a more hydrating look under my foundation is the MAC Strobe Cream. As I said in the video, the pore minimizer I just love because it smooths out my complexion. I really just put it on my T-zone and my chin. And then I always keep a washcloth handy just to wipe all the product excess off of my... Okay, now I'm going in with the MAC. Don't need a ton of it because again I just moisturized. Ain't she pretty? Okay, now that all that's finished, we are going to go in with my foundation. I am currently switching between Fenty's foundation and this new one from Urban Decay that replaced my old favorite foundation, which is the Urban Decay All Nighter Waterproof Long Wear Liquid Foundation in shade 2.0. I've kind of realized that like the more neutral shades look best on my skin, and it's just what I like the most, especially because I, use blush and everything after, so I just want something neutral to base my face. I don't use a ton. I do not use a ton. I'm not really sure what my reasoning is for choosing to apply my foundation with my hands. I think I had one for a while that I had to use my hands for, so I just started doing it that way. It's just easier for me to blend it in. Alright, after primer, I go in with my Fenty Beauty Match Stick. It's a matte, I think it's like a concealer, but I just get a darker color and then use that for my contour. That's what they recommended to me at Sephora, and I really like it. I used to just like put it right directly on my face, but I realized I had a hard time blending it, so now I take a brush, kind of dab it on the brush, and then go in where I want it on my face. In terms of contour, it's something I just recently started using, so I just kind of go for that 3 that everyone talks about, and then a little bit to shape my nose. Okay, after contour, one of my favorite products, which I talked about in my favorites video, is the Iconic London Blush, so I'm going to go in with that. I use literally the tiniest amount, literally that much. Just kind of smile and dab it on my cheeks, and then just rub it in by kind of tapping it with 3 fingers. And I take it up a little bit towards where I'm going to put my highlighter, but not a ton. As I said in my favorites video, I just really like liquid blush because it just adds more to that dewy look I'm going for. Okay, the next thing I usually do is eyebrows, so I'm going to go ahead with that. I have a couple things that I rotate in between, but today I'm going to go with my favorite for the brows, which is my Anastasia Brow Wiz in Soft Brown. What I do with this is I just take the brush head side of it and brush through my brows, get them sticking up straight as I can. And then obviously go in with the color and filament a little bit. And then on top of that for my brows, I use the Glossier Boy Brow, which I talked about in my favorites video as well. Huge fan of this, buy tons of them all the time. I really just go through once. I know some people go through twice to get some more lift on their eyebrows, but I think it does a pretty good job once through. Okay, now that brows are done, we go to eyes, and the first thing I'm going to do for eyes is my eyeshadow. I'm pretty basic with my eyeshadow. I just use the Naked 3 palette, kind of that rose gold look to it. I've had this for 4 years and I still have it, so I obviously don't use eyeshadow too much because this is like my only eyeshadow palette. But I usually go in with the first 2 colors or one or the other, which are Dust and I can't read the colors, I'm sorry, this is too old. But I usually go in with the first 2 colors just in the corner of my eye, and then also right below the eyebrow to get some light there. And then I go in with Limit, I can read that one, Limit, and I go on my eyelid. And then I've always been pretty simple with the way I do my eyeshadow. I just kind of get darker right on the crease on the outside and lighter on the inside crease. So on that outside crease, I'm going to go in with Nooner and Liar and just kind of tap that in. On days I'm feeling extra fancy, I'll even go in with Factory or Mugshot in that crease, and then I'll do Thick right here, which I actually might do today because I think that'd be pretty. And then finally, I'm very afraid of using eyeliner under my eyes, so I take the second darkest color on here, which is Dark Side, with the skinny end of the brush and line my under eye with it. Actually today I'm not really feeling like a huge eyeliner look, so I'm actually going to take that Dark Horse again with the skinny side of the brush and just go in and do that on my top lid as well. Okay, now for mascara. I just started using a mascara primer and I absolutely love it. It is the Marc Jacobs Mascara Primer. This is the packaging. I don't know if it has like a specific name or something, but I usually go in with this, let it sit a second, and then go in with my mascara. I only use the primer on my top lashes because I really just don't put a ton of mascara on my bottom lashes. Okay, so then for my mascara, I'm going in with Monsieur Big. I'm going in with Big by Lancome. I just started using this a couple months ago and it honestly is one of my favorite mascaras that I've used. Okay, we got 2 more steps and then we're done. I probably should do this earlier in the routine before I do my eyes, but I always end with it, and that's highlighter. So the highlighter palette I'm currently using is the Sephora Luminizing Palette. Looks like this. I absolutely love it. Super fun. I got it as a gift. And I think I'm going to go in with the light pink today. And this is the brush I use to put it on. I use a pretty generous amount because, again, the dewy glow. But I only put it here. I don't put it on my nose or forehead or anything. Usually because I get greasy right here and I don't want the highlight to look like grease. There's definitely a difference between glow and grease. Alright, and then the last thing I do is lips. I honestly haven't had like a good stable lip routine recently just because I'm always in a mask, so I just don't see the point. Usually just put like Carmex on, but today I thought I'd mix it up and we are going to use Bobbi Brown's Luxe Lip Color in Hibiscus, which looks like this. So let's see how that goes. Alright, it's darker than I remembered, but that also might be because I haven't used a lip in months. So here's the final look. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching LivMas Day 8, and I will see you guys on LivMas Day 9. Bye guys.